figured I'd try out this, voiceover, the writing. I kind of like watching the videos where the voiceover, where the writer's kind of narrating what's going on. This is the Buffalo Riders Extreme in Arkansas that just happened this past Sunday on the 3rd of December, 2023. Signed up for the 40 plus expert class. Last time I did a hard enduro was what the heck was that? It was the Red Bull Override in 2021 here in Texas, where I live. And, that one I did okay. I completed a full lap of the course, and I came around the little transponder gate. And I was in B class, and hey, you're doing great. You're in third place. And at that point, though, I was smoked done. So I went back through the enduro cross course, pulled off, laid on the ground, and then I went into the spectator area and found my wife and daughter and just kind of hung out with them and watched the rest of the race. Didn't complete that one. This one, I kind of aimed to, go as far as I could and complete it and not, quit, which mission accomplished, other than my battery on my big old 4-stroke went dead because I had to start and stop so many times. And between the fan running and I assume the fuel pump, I didn't keep enough juice in the battery. I got to within sight of checkpoint 1, which is at the top of a disgusting hill, which when I got to it, there was probably 30 people stuck on this hill. I think there'll be a few clips of that at the very end of this video. But yeah, so in a nutshell, I got all the way to where checkpoint 1 is, and I started trying to make my way up that disgusting hill, and I was probably 30 or 40 feet up it, and I was, lugging my bike around, helping other people with their bike, and I go to start my bike, and it was dead. So dead in the water right there, neutral, rolled it to the bottom, walked back to the base of the hill, helped some of the youth riders for a while try to lug their bikes up and around. Then one of the course workers ended up taking me back to the pits in a side-by-side, and I had a couple of those NOCO battery jumpers in the vehicle, so grabbed both of those and a pair of jumpers, because I have that NOCO pigtail on my bike where I can just plug into the side and jump it, so that was pretty easy. There was another rider in the same situation, in the same place, dead battery, so got back, jumped him, and then basically at that point, by the time I got the bike jumped and going again, we were over 3 hours in, and the course race cutoff was at 4 hours, so pretty much called at that point, rode up the river, went back to the pits. But overall, not disappointed. I had an absolute blast. Probably going to try to make this race again next year. I'll probably race 40 plus expert again. I don't really consider myself an expert, but you can't say I sandbagged it and, tried C. So I did all right, considering my, wrong bike that I use for this type of riding. Just zipping through here off the start. We didn't hit a lot of long, nice single track because this is a hard enduro race, but this Wilderness Riders Buffalo Ranch has, somebody told me, I think about 20 miles of single track, and based on the little pieces I hit here and there, it looks like just a phenomenal place to do just, single track, normal enduro kind of riding. On top of that, the folks that run that place, older gentleman and older lady that ran that little trailer in the front were some of the nicest people I've ever met. They were awesome, just really cool people. My wife and I rented a side-by-side Saturday, and we drove the side-by-side all over the place on the trails that would accommodate a side-by-side, nothing double diamond, because you can't take a rental side-by-side on the double diamond for good reason, trash it. But we got to see their bison herd really close. Apparently somebody left 2 gates open, so my wife and I are driving this side-by-side down a trail, and we come face to face with the entire herd of bison coming up this road at us. I had to kick the thing in reverse, back it off the trail onto the side of the trail, and just kind of watched it, as these big old bison just went within 10 feet of us. They kind of stared at us. We were obviously nervous. Never, we don't play with bison, so it was cool though. Definitely experience. My wife, she really wanted to see some bison, so once again, mission accomplished. We got to watch the bison roll by us, like kind of migrating, and they accepted us into the herd. And we went back up to the camping area, and they at that point I think noticed the bison were out, and the bison were in the camping area next to. They were just strolling along, you know, and the owners came out and had to wrangle them side by side. So a couple of guys in the KTM's were herding the bison with them too. So we got to watch bison being herded by sides in KTM dirt bikes. So this is the first, I guess, quote-unquote hard section. Cameras never do these kind of things justice. Kind of a steep descent right there from not much of a start. Real slippery. It rained. Our drive from Texas to Arkansas, we got rained on the entire way. It rained, I believe, the night before, so everything was wet. The rocks here were. We have rocks in Texas, but it's not the same. They're kind of coarse. The limestone has a texture to it. Even when they're wet, there's a pretty good amount of traction. The rocks here are a little different than what I'm used to. Stuff I ride on a daily basis because, they're slippery. Ride over them, it's like riding on ice. So traction was not super good. The traction of the dirt was amazing. So when you hit sections of dirt, you knew it because you were moving. But the rocks, I even had a brand new IRC PE33 Gakota on with. I don't have the super plush mousse. I have the platinum that's been beat to heck. So it's. I've usually had people say, "Hey, your tire's flat because it looks so flat." And even with all that going on, getting traction on some of those rocks is a bit rough. So I'm kind of boxed in here, watching this after the fact. I see folks going up to the right and the less steep section of this ravine. Pretty sure they were all, well within the boundaries of the course. So good on them for finding the better line. I kind of was using my mindset of conserve energy and take your time, and I took way too much time here. Got stuck behind, all these folks. Not to say that if they weren't there, I would have not been stuck here for a while myself. As I said before, everything was really slippery. The leaves covering everything. Just kind of left a layer of gunk all over everything. When you rolled over things, the leaves would give way first. But despite that, you see folks getting up this thing and without looping out or finding traction. So just a matter of practice, I suppose.
Hey! If you can.
So, I asked him to move over to the side just ever so slightly, and he was nice enough to oblige, and I blow it, and I fall over. One of those things I need to work on, getting my momentum at the bottom, and give a good zap, and try to carry that momentum. I've been told, you should have 3/4 of the speed you need to, make it up a hill at the bottom. So, once again, more practice. Well, up is up. It's a lot less energy to just get the bike to the top than it is to keep trying to wrestle it and do it the quote unquote right way.
Right when you need to. Turn on to use bystanders' traction. Checkpoints. The riders meeting, they said most you should be able to get through one. The pros will get through all four like 2 or 3 times. And all this, you know, survive.
Yeah, I was trying to, I think I was talking to myself, trying to remind myself to stick to my mental game plan of, you know, don't burn much energy and try to just keep on keeping on. So taking it easy on this little piece of single track before we get to the next gnarly spot, just trying to regain some energy. Maybe I should have taken this opportunity to, you know, sit and rev the bike a little bit and get the battery some charge back into it, because I've actually ordered a voltmeter after this race just so I can keep tabs on it. It's a trail tech, so I'll put it probably front and center where if the voltage drops too low, it'll actually blink at me. And also plan on putting a kill switch on the fan. The bike didn't actually get that hot during this race, surprisingly. I emptied all the coolant, flushed it with distilled, and then I put engine ice in there. And seems to be doing a little better. It's a 450. It's not designed for this, so it has a little bit of struggle in keeping the temps down. I got the Tusk universal radiator fan on there, and the thermostat is set from out of the box at 190. I bumped it up to 200 or 205 for this, just to reduce the amount of time the fan kicks on, because I think these bikes kind of, you know, they're big four strokes, they're happy places, you know, between 200 and 220 anyway. So just unnecessary battery burning by trying to keep it down below 190. This creek was really cool. Bigger rocks, moss covered, also slippery is, you know, the theme of the day. Lots of like kind of big drops into holes where it kind of would capture your front tire. I think I looked at a couple, and maybe I thought of trying to loft the front end over the hole, and maybe I didn't have the guts or the confidence to do it. I ended up with you'll see here, my front tire in a hole, and I had to do some contortion acrobats to get the thing out and keep going. But the photographer of that took a lot of photos along the course, took a lot of pictures in this particular area, just because there's slow speed, a lot of carnage going on here and there, people falling, bikes upside down. It was a pretty neat spot.
Yeah. Shit, watch foot, watch foot.
Huh?
I'll say my tire almost got you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let me just...
Yeah, go for it. Break time. Get it? Oh, shoot. Clutch Butter Creek Buster.
So somewhere between that last creek and this hill climb, I missed a section getting it recorded. It was kind of a cool little,
See what's going
another
on
creek,
here?
but it had a couple of elevated logs that were kind of crossed up like an X that you had to kind of pivot over right then left. I got over it pretty well, so I'm kind of bummed I didn't get that one on camera. But this uphill here wasn't terrible, but you can see it. You know, all the people that were lined up at the bottom, we kind of were just, had a good time talking strategy, and
Get it?
then most of us took a couple tries to get up. A lot of folks cleaned this one, but that was pretty cool to see.
Hey, get some, get some, get some, get
Traction
some.
was good. Just, I had to
Yeah.
get enough momentum to get up that first section. Then you'll see it once I make it up on my second try. I just kind of lug it, tractor it up.
That didn't work the way I wanted it to. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for him to get down.
Did he go left?
He went left, yeah. Hey! He's coming down right now. All right. Yeah. Hell yeah. Guy in a 4-stroke KGM. I don't know what size it was. I think it was a 350 or a 250. Not sure. So you've raced this whole series on it.
So this hill here had kind of three approaches. I think it was called like G out something or other for good reason. There's the left side, kind of veered upwards from the bottom left to the top right, and the actual, top of this hill was at the top right of it. On the left, you just had to kind of go up like an off camber kind of section, and if you got past this particular tree, which is the way I ended up going, there's really good traction if you just kind of gently ease it up. A lot of clutch, no spin. Otherwise, your back end will spin off. The center section was a very short run to a very steep transition to where it would take some. You'd have to do it just right, otherwise your suspension is going to rebound you backwards once you hit that entry lip and probably
Cars
lose all
going on
traction.
that
Which
way.
the couple people I saw do that section, that's kind of what happened. They dug into it a little too deep, and you know, basically suspension rebound and unweighted the rear end, and they lost all traction, spun out. I saw a couple loop outs, and then the right hand side was um, kind of the same way as the left, where but a little steeper as far as getting up and dealing with an off camber going upwards. looking at my second try on this one, kind of disappointed in myself I didn't get more momentum because I know what I have to do. It's just a matter of being intimidated by the hill. A lot of exposed roots, kick you left, kick you right. On the hill before this, I was trying to veer up a specific line and I got bumped off to the left, and there was no way I was making it up on that last hill on that left-hand side. This one here, though, I wish I would have carried more speed up past this tree because it would have saved me a lot of energy. I ended up burning a lot of energy, kind of getting the bike into a position where I could keep going again because I was bound and determined not to make a third run up this thing, which might have been the smart thing to do if just as far as an energy perspective, because it might have been less energy to just get it turned around, roll it back to the bottom, and then
Back for there.
really let it rip and get up to where I really needed to be to make this in a cleaner fashion.
I believe that's Quinn.
So I'm still on
Already made a
the
lap.
first leg before checkpoint 1, and I'm pretty sure that
I've not
was
hit
Quinn
checkpoint
Wenzel that
1.
just went by me, just to give you an idea of how fast the pros are versus literally everyone else. I'm still on ride the struggle bus, and he's on lap 2.
Crushed it.
So coming down this hill here, you can kind of hear a lot of engine noise up ahead. It's just a sign of things to come. There's a whole lot of bikes stuck on that really nasty hill before checkpoint 1 that I mentioned in the early in the video.
Look at that. How's it going? Take your time, buddy. Oh, you all right?
Can you slide my backpack?
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Woo. All right, hold on a sec. All right, now. Hold it. Hold on. Yeah, get your front tire up above that if you can. Hold on. There, give me. Hey, well, I'm just gonna back up a little bit. I got it right here. I'll move it. Your bike weighs nothing compared to mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is the last hurrah for me and the bike. I started up on this, and later on, after struggling for a bit, that's when the battery died, and my bike has no Kickstarter. So that was it for me. I really kicked myself because I took the time to install the that NOCO jump harness. So right next to the rear shock reservoir, I have a plug-in that just kind of hangs out of the way. I just pull it out, and I can jump the bike really quickly. What I didn't do was throw the NOCO in my backpack, which would have, I could have kept going. But I figured that'd be okay. I've ridden a lot of gnarly stuff with the fan on. I've had the fan on there for a long time. I've even ridden at night with the fan, the headlight going, and battery's been just fine. So I figured I'd be fine, and I wasn't. So went at this for a while, and battery dead, and then said I just ended up helping a few folks for a little while before one of course workers in a side-by-side. Drove me back to get the jumper and jump mine and another to ride out. But course was super fun. Really, really well put together course. Hats off to the guy that did it, JoJo Tool. I didn't meet him in person, but really, really well done. I definitely want to try to make this next year and the following years.